Alright, boys and girls, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take this and we're going to place it towards the top of our paper. We do not want it down here because it'll look like a plane crash. We don't want it right here because it'll look like it's crashing into the dune. We want it up towards the sky. You guys are outlining yours in Sharpie. I'm sorry, pencil. I'll be doing mine in Sharpie so you can see it. You're going to outline around in pencil. If this doesn't work, then I don't know what does. Like so. Then you're going to take yours. And you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. You should have 6. If you have 7, you need to erase 1 because you did something wrong. This is my center. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this square and this square in half. How I do that is I usually look at it. So if you were to count over it, it's 1, 2, you're going to count, split the third and fourth square in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, these 2. So what you do is I look at the top and I gauge it and I say, this right here is about half. It's not a perfect, we're not using a ruler, we're just kind of eyeballing it. That right there is half. Then I'm going to look at this, about right here's half, about right here's half. And I'm going to split it into a rectangle. So to do that, I just draw a line. Do the same to the other side. Like that. So now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines inside your rectangle.
Yeah.
The next step, you can use your square if you want, not your square, your rectangle, to use it as a ruler. But our job is going to go from one point to the other point, and we're going to make our cross bars in here, so X's. And you're just going to do this. I'm going to freehand mine. You can use a ruler. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 X's. The next step is I'm going to extend my wing out. So how I do that is I just go down here to this corner, this right here. And I'm just going to, you can use your ruler if you want, but you're just going to bring it out just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then do the same thing up to the top. Try to make it about the same. Like that. Now the reason why we did that is because we're going to use these points, the end of these lines, to make our wings, make it look like they're going back in space. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw 2 acute angles. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing a diagonal coming down and another on the other side, a diagonal coming down. 2 acute angles. And then you connect them. Like so. And that's the bottom of our wing. And then we're going to do the same thing up here. We're going to draw, coming down off of this, another acute angle and another acute angle. And then you're going to draw a line connecting the 2 angles. Yeah. Through the X's. So now it looks like this. If you were to count starting all the way at the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th line. And I want to draw a circle at the bottom of that 5th line.
Circle.
So this is that circle right there is where the motor is. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th line. Draw a circle. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on either side. We're going to go to the center again. So this bottom circle, I'm going to go over on this side to this first vertical line coming down. And you can use a ruler, but I'm just going to extend this line all the way past my flyer. If we're on the center, right here, I want to just go over 1, extend it down. And then go back to the center and go to the other one and extend it down. What we're drawing is like a square. So this is like the handlebar that when they're laying down, they would hold it out and use that to steer. The final step. Final couple steps is from the circle that's on the X and the other circle that's on the X. I'm going to go from the center of that circle to the center of the circle. Just draw a line across. This is like the bracket. The bracket's something that holds something. The bracket that held. And then I'm going to come down and down. I'm not going to come all the way down. I'm going to leave a little space. You see how I'm leaving a little space between that line? Not coming all the way down. And then I'm going to go across. So you're drawing a skinny long rectangle and then a big rectangle. And then finally you want to draw the belts. So they're belts and they spin like a motor. A motor, its job is it spins, spins, spins. It spins, spins, spins. And when the belt is being spun, there's a belt that goes around the propeller. And so this is spinning and it's causing the propeller to spin. That's how your car works. And then I'm going to go up and around and come back down like that. So those are our belts. And then the last final thing is we're going to draw the propellers. So the propellers come off, one comes off of here. So it just goes up and comes back down. Goes up, comes back down. Up, comes back down. Up, comes back down. Take the bigger brush. You're going to dip the bigger brush into the blue to get some blue. Then you're going to take something that I wouldn't normally tell you to do, but you could do it for this one. You're going to wake up the black.
Wake up.
And then you're going to, from the top of your sand dunes, so you should have drawn some heels. We're going to start pulling this, and you see how I'm going up, 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 up. Add a little bit more blue. Wake up some black. Up, up. Oh, that's real black. It's okay. Mix it down in here. Get some more blue, just a dip. and pull it up. So we're making kind of like storm clouds back in the distance. Then I want to rinse my brush. And then start taking the blue. And to make it look kind of like a cloudy sky, I'm not going to paint it all blue. I'm going to leave some white in here. So I'm staying at that angle. You can paint through the flyer. If you want your blue to be lighter, dip it in the water. And then I'm just going to take my brush and I go in circles. And it transforms my strokes into like clouds. Circle, circle, circle. My yellow's got some green on it, so I gotta clean that green off. To clean a color off, you just kind of wake it up, rinse your brush, and kind of push that different color off of it. Might take you a couple times. But then I get my yellow. I want to paint the sand yellow. A smaller brush. Put some water on it. Grab some of this brown, and then you're just going to do some streaks. Too much salt. But while it's wet, so you gotta do this while it's wet. Yeah, adds texture. Good. I like the vocabulary you got right there. Texture. But while it's wet, you're going to take some salt and you're just going to sprinkle the salt onto the sand. I'm going to use brown. Just go back in there with your little brush. Use brown, and then you paint the flyer in.